The Baal Shem Tov is one of the most influential Jewish figures of all time and the founder of the Hasidic movement. His impact on Jewish spirituality, philosophy, and practice is still felt today. Let's dive into who he was, what he taught, and how he changed Judaism forever. Born as Israel ben Eleazar in 1698 CE in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, known today as modern Ukraine, and we know all about Ukraine today, don't we, with all that's going on over there between them and Russia. Well, the rabbi died in 1760 CE in Ukraine. Now, he inherited the title Baal Shem Tov, which means master of the good name, often shortened to Beshet. Wasn't your typical rabbi. He didn't always adhere to traditional Talmudic scholar interpretations like the rabbis of his day. As a healer, mystic, and charismatic leader, he emphasized personal connection to source over legalistic scholarship. During his entire life, he worked as a simple schoolteacher before revealing his spiritual wisdom. The Baal Shem Tov taught a radically different approach to Judaism, focusing on joy, love, and direct connection to Hashem instead of just strict legalism and elitism. What were his teachings, and how can we know from them what he personally believed? Well, at the top of the list were his teachings about joy and simplicity over strict legalism. Judaism had become overly intellectual and rigid in his day, with scholars dominating religious life. The Baal Shem Tov taught that simple Jews, even those who couldn't even read Hebrew or study the Talmud, could connect to source through joy, prayer, and mitzvot, or good deeds. This was a major challenge to the rabbinic establishment, who viewed the scholarly elite as the only true leaders of Judaism. His devekut, or cleaving to Hashem, was life-changing. The Baal Shem Tov taught that a personal relationship with Hashem was more important than dry ritual. I think Hashem even said that once when he said, your blood of bulls and goats and sacrifices I do not desire. He desires a loving heart, someone who loves Hashem. And the Baal Shem Tov simply expressed that in his way. He emphasized that every action, no matter how small, could be infused with divine meaning. He had personal prayer in his own words. He felt that, how can I put this? For those who don't understand rabbinic Judaism, many of our prayers are ritualized. They're all written out for us. If you have a siddur, all the prayers are in there. Prayer for this, prayer for that. Say it a certain way. Do it a certain way. But the hitbodedut, the meaning of personal prayer, by a supplicant using his own words instead of rote repeating of prayer text, was encouraged by the Baal Shem Tov. Something revolutionary at that time. He introduced the power of the tzaddik, or the righteous leader. The Beshet believed that spiritual leaders, or tzaddikim, had the duty and ability to elevate and guide their followers. Now, this concept later developed into the Hasidic Rebbe system, where each sect follows a charismatic leader. We see that today, happening all over in the Hasidic movement. The Baal Shem Tov strongly believed in serving Hashem with joy. He rejected the somber, heavy approach of many scholars and instead encouraged enthusiastic worship, singing, and dancing. This joyous approach to Judaism was a breath of fresh air for many struggling Jews, particularly in Eastern Europe. The mystical unity of all things was foundational in his thinking. The Baal Shem Tov firmly believed that everything in creation contains a spark of Hashem, that even sinners and the wicked have the potential to be redeemed by the mercy of Hashem, and the divine can be found in the ordinary, everyday world not just in study halls and synagogues. The Baal Shem Tov's impact and how he changed the Judaism is still a dynamic force at work in our world today. The Baal Shem Tov's ideas led to the Hasidic movement, which became one of the most influential sects in Jewish history and remains so to this day. His disciples, like the Maggid of Metzrich, spread his teachings and established Hasidic dynasties. He shifted Jewish spirituality from an elite scholarly pursuit to something accessible to every Jew, male and female. His mystical and joyful approach revived Jewish communities that had been beaten down by pogroms and exile. He did receive opposition from the Mitnagim, opponents of Hasidism. Not everyone loved the Baal Shem Tov. The Vilna Gaon and other Miznagim saw Hasidim as a dangerous deviation. They accused the Hasidim of being too mystical, emotional, and anti-intellectual. Nothing could have been further from the truth, of course. Over time, the two groups reconciled somewhat, but a bit of tension still remains to this day. So what is the legacy of the Baal Shem Tov? Well, today, Hasidic Judaism, built on his teachings, thrives worldwide and is the fastest growing sect of Judaism in the 21st century CE. Chabad Lubavitch, Breslov, Satmar, Belz, Ger, and many others trace their roots back to the Baal Shem Tov's teachings. His emphasis on joy, spirituality, and personal connection to Hashem continues to inspire Jews of all backgrounds. Even non-Hasidic Jews have been influenced by his mystical, uplifting approach. The Baal Shem Tov wasn't a messiah, nor did he ever claim to be, but he was a revolutionary. He saw that Judaism was becoming dry, intellectualized, and disconnected from the common people, so he infused it with warmth, mysticism, joy, and dance. His teachings still shape Jewish thought today, whether in Hasidic sects or in modern movements seeking a deeper spirituality. My personal thought concerning the Baal Shem Tov are many. His approach brought Judaism back to the people, gave it heart, soul, and fire when it was at risk of becoming just an intellectual exercise for the scholarly elite. And let's be honest, that joy, passion, and emunah, peshuta, simple faith, is still needed today. I am of the opinion that had the Baal Shem Tov not come on the scene, Judaism was in serious danger of disappearing from the common man, from the common Jew. It was going to go bye-bye. But Hashem raised up the Baal Shem Tov so that the Jewish people could reconnect with Hashem, and Hashem could reconnect with his people. Too many of us Jews feel disconnected from our heritage, and while the Hasidic model isn't for everyone, its core message that Judaism is alive, personal, and filled with divine energy is something every Jew can benefit from. It wouldn't hurt if more people saw Judaism as a source of joy rather than just a set of rules. The Baal Shem Tov knew it, and frankly, I think we do too. So what's your take when it comes to the Baal Shem Tov? The Hasidic movement was a game changer, but do you think it went too far in some ways, or was it exactly what Judaism needed then and still needs today? I look forward to your comments below. If you enjoy and learn from my videos, please like and subscribe, and feel free to share with others. All my videos can be found on Rumble and YouTube and across various social media platforms, and links to my Shmu's, Views, Locals, Substack, and Blogger page are in the description below. So until next time, be joyful, be prayerful, sing a little, dance a little for the glory of Hashem. Till next time, Shalom.